All right, guys, in this video, we're going to talk to you about foreclosures, pre-foreclosures, and the investor buyers. So the reason why you should pay attention to this is because you're not only going to get investors with this strategy. When first-time home buyers start looking, the thing that they're really interested in is getting a deal, right? A lot of times they're very hesitant to enter the market because they're afraid of overpaying. So what they are drawn to are these keywords like foreclosure, bank owned, pre foreclosure, things that signify in their minds, a steal. Even though they have no idea how to acquire one, they just assume that, hey, let's see if I can get one because it's probably a better deal than something that's on the market. So I want you to really pay attention to the strategy because it can really be beneficial, not only for acquiring those investors, but also for acquiring those first time home buyers. All right. So I just want to give you a quick glimpse at one of the ads that I was running, and I got really good results with. I ran this ad for about 6 months, and it reached a lot of people. I got an excellent click-through rate and a lot of conversions, okay? And I was able to make some good money off of this one ad, and only spending, I believe, let's see what it ended up being, $500. So definitely a pretty good return on my investment considering I closed 3 transactions with this. And I still have a couple of first-time home buyers that are still looking. So that return is still infinite, as it will be moving forward. But for you specifically, I want to just make sure that you're aware of some of the key notes on this, that we have our nice title here, right? Basically explaining what it is that we're offering them. We have our, looking for a good deal. We're trying to capture that audience with a really good marketing copy. And then we're using that extra space down there to really just let them know what it is that we're going to be giving them. Okay. And as you can see, we've had some likes, we've had some comments, and we've had some shares. So we're really touching on everything that we want with this particular ad. So as it relates to you and how you set this up, we're going to go ahead and create an ad. And as we start going through this, you're going to start seeing very similar placement that you've seen in all the other ads. But I just want to show you how we go about targeting that particular investor. So we're going to go ahead and just send people to our website. And again, you can use pretty much any one of these, but just for expediency's sake, we'll just use this, and I'll use that page that I always use for it. Okay. And all right, we'll keep going. And as we get through this, and you're going to see just how powerful Facebook's targeting really is, you're going to see we have interests, okay? And then in interests, let's see, where is it? Business and industry. And we have personal finance. And we have investment, people who have expressed an interest, or like pages related to investment. We have real estate, okay? And you can choose that because it says people who have expressed an interest or like pages related to real estate. Right, so we're looking for the types of people who would be interested in investments, in personal finance, in real estate, okay? And then when we're looking at behaviors, we're looking at financial behaviors, okay? Investments, okay? Are they high likely investors? People who are highly likely to be investors, okay? That's what we want. We want all of these things, including, of course, real estate investors, right? People who are designated as real estate investors. We want anybody that has any kind of financial savvy in mind, okay? That's kind of what we're looking for, all right? And then, you can go through this and you can just start toying around with it and seeing, exactly where your person might fall, right? So, the residential profiles might not make sense, but perhaps if they've lived in their home for a really long period of time, they have enough equity and they're looking for a second home. Okay, so you can be really creative with this, and you can start to see exactly how you're going to craft your particular client. Now, I will say that there might be some limitations on some of the audiences and some of the interests. Okay, so just in the San Francisco plus 25 area, we have 85,000 people that meet this requirement, which is pretty good. Now, I haven't even excluded financial, right? So one here might be net worth that you tackle instead of income, because investors, it might be more beneficial for them to have a higher net worth than it is to have a higher income. Okay, but again, I'll let you toy around with that based off the criteria in your area. But if I was looking for an investor, I'd have 24,000 people between 18 and 65, essentially the entire Facebook database. 24,000 people that have interest in real estate and have interest in investments in personal finance, and that are likely to be investors, highly likely to be investors, and are likely to be real estate investors. That's pretty powerful, okay? And that's why we want to take advantage of Facebook's targeting, because in any area in the country, and any area in Canada especially, you can find these folks and you can target them. And as long as your marketing copy and your photos and your ads are on point, you will attract these people to your page, and you will connect with them and you will work with them. I can guarantee it. So that's why we really recommend Facebook targeting for investors. But at the same time, if you were running this exact same ad to first-time home buyers, I would guarantee that you're going to get some responses from people wanting to know more about how do they get a foreclosure. Okay, and that's great, because what I was doing with them is just saying, hey, I'd love to sit down for a cup of coffee and explain the foreclosure process. And then you just be really honest with them, like, hey, this is the foreclosure process, and I don't think this fits your criteria, but there are some other programs that can help you get a house as a first-time home buyer, and then you lead them down that direction. So don't just exclude the investors with this. You can also go after first-time home buyers. I think it's still really savvy to try it out and see how it works in your area. All right, but that's why we target investors, and that's why we use this really powerful foreclosure investor ad program.